Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Surviving Mars. Okay, so at the end of the last one we seem to be in a pretty good position of things. However, I did just notice that our power usage is not exactly where it could be. So you know what, I think we're going to open up a couple of extra shifts and see if that will help alleviate our concerns. Alright, so far so good. What else do we have? Factory AI, that's only 72% of the way there, so that should take us approximately 2 more days. Okay, that's not too bad. 2 more days? Fair enough. Right. Let's get that rolling again, and we have no more... Oh, are they all turned off? Yes, okay. Good to see. Alright, power leak. Yeah, we are... Alright, maybe we are running a little bit short on some power right about now. What can we do? Well, we could possibly bring down some of our metals. Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that.
Sectors
and get them working over here instead. I think that could be a good call. Does that help? Okay. Right, hang on. Let's just pause for a second and see what we have to deal with. So this dust storm will last for just short of 2 days. We have plenty of water to get us through. Our oxygen is plentiful. We have 6 days, so that won't be an issue. And then our power. Is there any way we can toggle amplification on? Okay, upgrade already constructed. Okay, so we can turn this off. Well, you know what? Since we are using a fair bit of power here, how about we turn off the amplification of the parts? Yep, and there we go. That will sort out all of our issues. The production is nice, but again, it's not quite too necessary. Alright, and all of our drones are busy doing their thing. That's great. Alright. Now, since we do have you all ready to roll, should we send you to Earth? Well, that is a good question. Alright, let's quickly check out our new dome here and see how that's going along so far. So far we have 19 out of 48 potential individuals. Alright, so we need smart complex, full. We have a diner, a grocer is pretty good. We don't have any jobless people. How are we doing? Alright, electronics, 4.5, that's alright. And, oh, that's right, we were going to increase the birth rate of our dome. You know what, we have plenty to use, so let's go ahead and take that. Alright, and we have a new event, Coffee. A 12-year-old boy living in the colony has an imaginary friend he calls Shocky. Troubling is, it seems Matthew's new friend knows about quantum physics a lot more than his age suggests. So we have a handful of options. Is that so? Summon 3 of our leading scientists and let them interview this boy. We get a morale boost. Intriguing, take this boy from his parents and study him in a research lab. Ooh. Gain research, lose morale. Or we should not meddle with his mind. Well, I think it would be a bad idea to kill morale, even though we do like the science. And I don't think we need morale, so how about we just go for some unintended consequences? I think that would be interesting to see how that goes. Alright. All of these are still upgraded. Okay. Now, what else do we really need at this point? I think we're doing fairly well. We have a pretty good amount of resource gain. Let's just pause for a second and ask ourselves, do we need to bring in some more people for the extra dome? Well, first of all, not the resupply, we want to look at our research. What have we got? We have factory AI. which will be done very shortly. That'll be good. Martian-born resilience, that will be useful. Then the shuttles, so we can transport people between domes much more easily, as well as metals, concrete. That's right, because we want to start heading towards more of a science dome at some point in the near future. Well, you know what? Since that is the case, maybe we push this Institute of Science and we raise that to, yeah, make that our third priority, which is about to become our second. Yeah, I think that's what we will do. And then while we work on that, I think we double check all of our scouted locations and see where we could put in a new science dome. So at the moment up here is completely void. Actually, you know what? Let's just cancel these for a quick second. We probably want this other part of the upper side of things. And then we can fill out the middle here. Alright, that's probably what we want to do. Alright, our resources are low, currently not low enough, we have plenty. That's good to see. Our polymer factory is working very well, making almost 7 per day. That's very good.
Resources are low.
And that is factory AI. So that now means we can spend, yes, just a straight up boost to production. So you know what, let's go straight for the polymers. And what else was there? Is it, that's a factory, that's a machine parts factory. Okay, we can do both. Ooh. Yeah, well, you know what? No point in having resources that we're not going to use. Let's just go right ahead and hit everybody with the latest and greatest. Alright, so far the university is fairly full. Should we... You know what? I think we limit it to just a singular shift at the moment, so we can't pull everybody from all of the jobs. Yeah, because so far we have... Yeah, we have at least one shift in everything, but we are beginning to miss people, so let's just make sure that we don't make a dome devoid of a service that they are requiring. That'd be a very poor idea. Alright, what's going on up here? We have concrete produced and nowhere to go with it. Okay. Well, let's make you a high priority for our drones. The drones should pick that up. Yep. Alright. And you know what? Let's have a look at that extra one. Okay, so there's really nothing worthwhile
Resources
in this
are low.
sector. Okay, well that is a little disappointing. I was hoping for something good there. Now how much are these boosts? That's 10% and 20%. Okay. Let's open up the domes and see if we can plan for one to be in here. Now, a medium dome would almost do us nicely. Yeah, we can spin it around, but it doesn't change the dimensions. We almost need... Yeah, I think it's a single tile or two more. But that being said, though, if it is just a science dome... What else could we do? Instead of a medium, what is a basic dome? That would still cover the same amount. That's not a terrible idea. Self-sufficient? Theoretically. Not that it's any... Yeah, it's just automatically built in. Alright. Otherwise, we could just go with a microdome. You know what? A microdome might not actually be a terrible idea. Or should we go for a barrel and go for a different look? You know what? We haven't had a barrel dome before. That could actually be a fun idea. Yeah, so you know what? We need... What's that? 20 polymers, 20 metals, 50 concrete. Well, we certainly have that available. The only question is how we would
Sector
transfer people to and from. Hmm. Yeah, well, that is a little bit of a hassle, isn't it? Okay, so you know what? I think we will... Oh. I think we will wait until we get the shuttles, and then we will build that dome. Right, and we have a follow-up for Shoppy. In time, the imaginary friend of Matthew seemed to disappear once he stopped talking about it. Europe has a wonderful young man, fully dedicated to science, yet the mystic influence of Shoppy marked him for life. He has become an enthusiast scientist. Well, isn't that nice? He didn't meddle with the child and they turned out okay. Who would have thought that would be a consequence? Alright, well, I don't like the fact that that's not getting the attention it needs. Why are you... Are you heading off? No. Can we make more drones? No, we can't. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe we... Oh no, there they are. They're finally picking some up. Although it only took one, so that won't take long at all. Oh dear. Right, now which building isn't working? Concrete. Yep. That is fine. So, what can we do? You know what? If we're going to bring in more people, we may as well fill up the dome that we already have. So let's go to our resupplier and check our passenger rockets. How many people could we bring in? We have more or less everything we need. The no specializations aren't at this point, we're just trying to weed out anything terrible being brought in. I don't think that the jobs are going to be the issue per se. So yeah, I think we just go for specializations, good specializations, and then see what we can do with that. Okay, so let's get rid of you, and you, and what else do we have? We have a couple of botanists. That's more than we definitely need. So a nerd and workaholic is good. It is good. You know what? I think we keep the workaholic. That's always going to be the best thing for us. And now we have a handful of engineers, a handful of geologists. We should probably bring in... What should we bring in? A spare medic. That could be handy. We should probably bring in another scientist. And then who else? We have 2 more people. We just go straight for... Yeah, we'll take the engineer and we'll take the geologist. Why not? We can train up all of the younger ones, their future children, into the specializations necessary. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 women. It's a roughly 50-50. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Let's launch them back to Earth. Why not? Alright. And then since we're already going to get a rocket back, we may as well send this one off. And we will get more money. Fantastic. So far, so good. Right, now we do have a couple of prefabs. What is that? That's a drone hub and electronics factory. Okay. We should probably save the drone hub for when we place the other dome for the signs. And that will be just a... Okay, so Martian-born resilience is first, and then... You know what? We probably want the CO2 jet, just so we can get the mine being... Not the mine, sorry, the dome being created. So that'll give us a couple of days to pick up this. Alright, so what else do we want since we do have a spare space? I'm thinking... Now that network node could be nice. Triple electric scrubbers, they're very, very powerful. That could be useful. What else would a deep water extraction? That could be handy. for production of more fuel, so we'll start going through a lot of our fuel storages. It is an interesting choice. You know what we should do? We should probably increase our drone's battery life. That is a fairly quick tech, but an increase of 50% is not to be scoffed at. So I think we should do that. And that way too, if they're more efficient, that's probably better.
Funding received.
Alright, and there's our funding. Fantastic. And here is our dome. Now comes a question. We probably want to place them over there, don't we? Let's just double check. We can take one more colonist. We could probably live in there. That's 24 out of 22. Okay. We have a little bit of a housing issue. One unemployed. Yeah, that's fine. We'll sort that out nice and quickly. Alright, we'll drop them down. And let's see about... Oh, let's just put this on slightly faster speed. Unemployed. Scientist.
Sector scanned.
Okay. We have a university. We have an apartment.
New colonists have arrived.
Alright, well... What do we want to do? Should have the farm being looked after. I can't believe that we have had no one working there. Well, that has been an oversight. Alright, well... At least we're there now. You know what, let's get rid of these fruit trees and make it more... which one was the one that was good for the yield? Soybeans. That's only 10%. Hang on. Cover... Oh, okay. So cover crops will bring us to 40. That'll bring us up to 90. And then fruit trees will... Yep, okay. I think we've just done a full cycle here and I've missed it. Oh, that's now no longer an issue. Power is a bit of a trouble. How are we going with the... Well, we're certainly producing. Question is, do we have enough to sustain us? Well, we could take away the amplification, which I'm thinking might actually be a good idea. Okay, so that's turned off. The polymers are nice. Maybe we can do it elsewhere. Well, actually, you know what? Let's, yeah. We'll just turn off the polymers. That should bring us to a better... Well, we only have 6 hours, but it's almost daytime. Surely we should be... So we have a minus of 28 during the night. The question is, do we get more than 28 during the day? And since the answer is no, that is a bad sign. No. Okay, have we got all of these upgraded? Yes, we do. Do we have... Oh, well, those are fixed in what they can create. Alright, the cannons are offline. That is good to see. The rare metals, you know what? I think we bring this to here. Cap that off at 2 people per shift. And see if we can force someone extra into the power plant. Metals extractor, yeah, we're happy with 10 per day. That's more than we need. Amplification is off. Storage is all good. Alright, let's check out over here. Did we do all... Yes, we have the polymer blades. That is good to see. And what else have we got? The lasers turned off. That's important. Yeah, okay, so we are just a... How long does it take? Okay, we're now at 52. You know what? That will make up for the deficit. So that should be fine now. 42, yep, still more than 28. So during the day we'll be making and storing more energy than we'll use at night time. That's all we had to see. Okay. Actually, speaking of power, I think there is a research that we might want to look into. I believe it was, yes. Fusion reactor upgrade auto-regulator reduces the amount of workers. Well, that would probably be very useful. Alright, well either way, we'll get rid of the we will achieve our Martian-born resilience, and that will give them less of a penalty when they're working outside. And that should... let's just have a look at these. Wrong workplaces. Yeah, a lot of these people have no specializations. Yeah, definitely losing out because of that. But you know what? They're hardworking. That's the main thing that matters. So, that's good. Now let's just double check our schools. Where's our school? That's our school. We're teaching workaholic, hippies, and religious people. Fantastic. That is good to see. We have 8 children. That's a very good sign. Alright, now you know what? We have 13 people who are unemployed. We should probably sort that out. Let's go straight to here, and you know what? We will open up all of the schooling. We can... yeah, that's all filled. You know what? Let's go for the diner and open that up completely. Medic tower, again. We'll let people decide what they do and don't need to be doing. But that should hopefully satisfy our unemployed individuals. They should have something to do. Right, down to 5. We're unemployed. Oh, you know what? That's right. We also can... we'll open up another couple in the electronics factory. Alright, wow. We have a bunch of engineers. That's awesome. You know what? Let's go and open up an extra shift here. And we will...
Milestone achieved.
there we go here. And then we just balance them out a little bit further. And what was the milestone? 100 colonists. Well, hey, isn't that good to see? So that's an extra 1,000 science. So we need to also do all of our sponsor goals and scan all sectors for 2.5. And then it's just a matter of growing as a colony as well as constructing wonders. Alright, well that's pretty good. That is very good actually. I am pleased with that. Now if we're looking at that, charging 55.
Sector scanned.
Really do need to work on that, don't I? We do have that turned on? Yes. And how are we going as far as sectors? Most we scan. Okay. But no, let's just get rid of the rest of this part of the map. And I think that that's definitely where we're going to build our science dome. I know it's a little far away, but by then we'll have shuttles. So it's not really an issue. 41. Yeah. Alright, let's see. What can we do? So, a trigon dome, an alternative medium dome configuration, cheaper, but provides less habitable space. Okay, does that have room for a spire? I think it looks like it does. So that shouldn't be an issue. And if it's cheaper than that, that's what? 120, 50 and 20, 150 and 15. Yeah, that's probably what we want to move towards. Slightly less power as well as consumption. That's good to see. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead for that. So what else do we want to do? We have... Alright, so we'll need water and oxygen. So let's look at what our infrastructure can do. We will definitely have the drone hub. We can definitely do a... what do we call it? Landing pad that'll work fine, but that's not what we're really after. We will want... life support, I think it is. Yeah, so we're going to probably need a bunch of wind turbines. We could make a Stirling generator even. Yeah, we might go ahead and do all that, and then we'll also have for life support, maybe a couple of moisture evaporators. Yeah, that should be all right. Actually, speaking of which, we should probably double check that all of our Stirling generators are currently open and active. Right, fantastic, good to see. And that I just remembered that we may have closed them for the last dust storm, but I don't think that was the case. Alright, well, at least we have a good idea of what we're planning to do, so I think we might call it there. So, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.